Just keep fighting for me and keep showing your love and support.
Hello. Hey, Roxana. Welcome. So this is probably going to be kind of a quick live. I kind of debated how I wanted to do this, and I think I'm just going to kind of give like a quick rundown of, I guess, my thoughts in the last 8 years in my journey in this, and then also Brendan's journey, and then where the court stuff is, for Brendan and Steven. So, because this is, making a murder is for both of them. But it's not going to be a real long live. I think maybe 15, 20 minutes. But yeah, 9 years. And that's crazy to me. I feel like I just watched a documentary yesterday, and 9 years. It's like giving birth to a kid, and now the kid can talk back to you and dress itself and wipe its own butt. And that's literally, how old ma'am is. It's been such a crazy journey. From when I watched it in 2015 to now. Hey, Jerome. How you doing, friend? But yeah. So my thoughts, so much of my life has actually changed. From when I first watched Making a Murderer to now. I I never would imagine that somebody would go to prison for something that they didn't do. And I honestly thought everybody in prison was guilty. You had your fair shot at a trial, and you're where you belong. And I had no idea what a wrongful conviction was, wrongfully convicted. I never heard of that. And the whole joke, well, everybody says that they didn't do it when in prison, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So just watching that documentary, and then a whole world opened up to me, and completely changed the trajectory of what I originally thought my life. I never thought that I would be doing any of this stuff. I never thought that I would be, going to rallies or going live on YouTube and talking about it, or, making friendships with all these people from all around the world in this case too. So I know a lot of people say the same thing. Just that how much everybody who really was truly impacted by the documentary and, felt compelled to do something, anything, So yeah, same for you. Yeah, a lot of us never thought we would be where we are today. Who would have thought? All the great people in our community that, Eric Cozy, he didn't cover wrongful convictions until after Making a Murderer. I'm trying to think. I know Jerome started his channel because of Making a Murderer. I know Paul Capaldi. I think actually Paul Capaldi does other things on his channel now too, but I don't know if he was doing that stuff before Making a Murder, but it's just yeah, like even Linda, you know, she started her channel, you know, because of Making a Murder, and then she branched out into other things. But Millbilly was one too. So, you know, I think the documentary brought all of us together, and you know, that's the other thing is that I'm really proud of you know, my journey in this. And you know, I had a lot of great relationships. I have a lot of great relationships. Hey, thank you, Donna. Wait, Under Your Scars. Sorry, you're not Donna, but yeah, Under Your Scars. But yeah, what was I saying? Okay. Rewind it a little bit. I was on a tangent and then so yeah, basically just how much it's changed everybody's lives, in some ways good, some ways bad. Like I said, I actually never would have thought I would go to a rally or do any of this. And yeah, you know, if it wasn't for Making a Murder, it's just it really changed my life in a lot of ways. In some ways bad, in some ways good. Like I think the biggest thing that I could take away from, if it wasn't for Making a Murder, I wouldn't have some really good solid friendships. And like one of those friendships being Brendan. He's literally like my best friend. So yeah, I miss it too, Jerome. But yeah, if it wasn't for all of this, I wouldn't, you know, have what I have today. Which it kind of sucks, in a way, because it's kind of like saying, well, if it wasn't for this really tragic, horrific event where 2 men's lives were taken away, if it wasn't for that, then I wouldn't have really great friends, you know, or have met Brendan or any of that. And I guess if I could go back in time, and no, it's not I guess, but like if I could go back in time and prevent all of this from happening, I would literally trade all of that just so that Brendan and Steven could have been free, you know? So yeah, I feel more frustrated because no one listens. That can help. Yeah. And that's the thing is it's from the beginning. I remember, you know, and I keep saying this every time I talk about it or go live, but like in the beginning of when Making a Murder came out, there was like thousands of people. Like the groups were really popping off. Just like a lot of interactions, like, and throughout the years, it slowly kind of it's now barely crawling, and it feels kind of sad to see it all go down like that. So time is an enemy in this. Unfortunately, people have lost interest, people have moved on. A lot of stuff has happened. Yeah, 18 years is a long time. You know, and that's just been for Brendan and Steven, you know. We've only been involved of 8 of those years. So, and I think that's the one thing though about what the good thing about Making a Murder is, not only is that, you know, a lot of us have formed friendships that, you know, that go beyond just like internet friendships, but like also it gave Brendan and Steven like connection to people. Like Brendan's got so many friends from all around the world. It's really amazing, you know, how much he's loved and appreciated. And just knowing that if it wasn't for Making a Murderer, he wouldn't have that. Before Making a Murderer, he didn't really have, he had a few family members that would visit him, but, he didn't get letters, he didn't get cards, he didn't get any of that stuff, So Making a Murderer really like gave him an opportunity to connect with people and to learn about, the outside world better, and just build these friendships that, he's carrying on. And when he even gets out of prison, he'll still carry on. So I think that's really awesome. And I think the same for Steve. And as far as, Steve had some rockiness, going on with like Lynn Hartman and whatever, but Sandy was there before Making a Murderer. But like now I'm sure I don't know exactly, who his friends are, but I'm sure he's got a core group that really help him. And I think even just having, the same people sending him Christmas cards and birthday cards probably means the world to him. So I think that's something good that Making a Murderer has brought. The sad part is the division and taking sides. If only everyone is able to come together. I agree, Nan's Live. I don't want to sound all like mystical or theatrical or anything like that, but I honestly believe that the day that everybody in our little community here decides to set everything aside and come together, and just work together, is the day that it's really going to turn around for Steven and Brendan. So, I mean, that's just how I personally feel, that, it's because how powerful can we be if we all did? I have a very small group. I consider it very small. I'm not bragging about the numbers or anything, but I do know that my group is very interactive. I have a good solid interactive amount of people, which is awesome. And I'm very proud of the little community, my little sub community I build in this big community, you know what I mean? So I'm extremely proud of it. And I'm proud of what we do for Brendan in our little group. And, but I do think that when that day ever comes, if it ever comes, where all the groups, all of Brendan groups and Steven groups can just say, we need to work together. Let's just come together and work together. I think that it would make a big difference. But I think a lot of that's probably not going to happen anytime soon, unfortunately. But you never know. I'm very hopeful for the future always. I really believe Steven and Brendan are going to get out. I think it's going to be a little bit more time, but I cannot accept any other reality. I can't accept the fact that they're never going to get out of prison. So, now let's see. We are waiting for a response from the court. Yes. We are waiting on Steven's end. That's where Steven's case is right now. They had a little powwow with the new judge because it was assigned to a new judge in a new district. And so nothing really came about that other than just, okay, this is where we're at. But yeah, we're kind of waiting on the courts to decide what to do. And then from there, Zellner will decide. Yeah. I'd like to think I'd like to think I'm more of the angel, but yeah, I'm not perfect. So the new judge, what's the deal? He's going to reply. The judge basically just said, this is where we are today, and this is what we're waiting for. So that's all the new judge said. So he doesn't have to reply or anything. It's the was this the circuit court right now we're waiting on for Stephen? Yeah, I'm interested to see what that's going to happen. And I know Brendan's been following that too on the news and stuff. And because he's very interested to see how that goes, because he's hopeful that whatever happens with Remaker might positively impact his case somehow. Maybe a retrial or something, is being very hopeful. So, I mean, only time will tell with this. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, everyone seems very hopeful for the new judge. So. Oh, he will have a PI real soon? Well, that's interesting. I'll be interested to see how that goes. I don't know what a PI could do right now, but, it doesn't hurt, I guess. Any option, really. Doesn't hurt. Because you never know what will come of it. Back in the day, there was a large group, and then it became some sort of competition of who's right. And, well, truth is we don't know 100% what's right. Yeah, well, that's the thing. A lot of people have different theories on what could have happened. And, I have my own theories, and I've always been very honest with those. Like, as far as the whole, like, I don't think Bobby did it. I don't think anybody in the family did it. I think I've always thought it was possibly Ryan Hilgas or somebody who was close to Teresa. I've always felt that. Or even somebody not connected to anybody. Like, maybe it was a serial killer for all we know. I'm not saying that one dude, by the way, Edward Edwards or whatever his name is. I'm not saying he is anything to do with this, but we don't know. We don't know what could have happened. So, and with all these different theories and all that, I've used, I normally am very, one of my closest friends, before she passed, she felt like Teresa was still alive. I don't agree with that. I think she, is deceased, but, that is a theory, and I respected her opinion. Doesn't mean I have to agree with it, but, a big, one of those big debate thingies is whether there's one Rav or two Ravs. I don't know. I think there's one Rav, but, I don't know. But I'm not going to say oh, you're right or wrong, or judge somebody if they believe one way or the other on that one, So, and I do think it kind of turned into a competition. I think a lot of egos are at play, unfortunately. And just like a lot of different personalities, different backgrounds, different cultures, just, like a whole bunch of different elements to it. And yeah, I think it unfortunately has helped cause the divide. And I don't know. But like I said, I don't want to seem like philosophical, when I'm like a prophecy or something when I say when all the lands of the nation come together as one. You know what I mean? But I do think that once everyone kind of works together, things will, I think, start better happening. You know what I mean? I think because if you think about it, because we're all so divided, in my group, I only have 1,000 people, right? So that's a drop in a bucket compared to another group that might have, I'm trying to think of a group like the family group has what is it, 70K people? And I'm not saying I'm fighting with the family group. I'm just saying, giving an example, if all the groups combined with all those members that are working, it would make a difference social media wise, and even with rallies, if people, made the effort to come to a rally. It would make a huge difference if we had 100 people versus, 10. But, it just is what it is. So, how is work? Work is fine. I actually have been really enjoying my job. And I really enjoy what I do. I really enjoy walking, believe it or not. I enjoy, I think I walk like 5 miles a day at my job. I stopped counting the foot thing. Cause it's always the same every day almost, cause I do the same thing, but like, yeah, I really enjoy it. I actually, have lost some weight since working at my new job, because I walk around so much. So that's cool. And yeah, it's busier now because of the holidays, which sucks. And I have anxiety issues, which, I've always been honest about, but like my anxiety tends to get worse in crowds and stuff like that. So that kind of sucks this time of year. But, it's very temporary, and, I days go faster. Yes, that's the thing. Like, my days go super fast at work. It feels like it's just like a flash, and then, but yeah, I like my job. I'm really happy with it, and I like the people I work with, and everyone seems really cool, and there's a few people at work that I've built good friendships with, and so it's cool. I enjoy it now because during the Black Friday sales, I got one of those wireless earpieces, and I'll listen to YouTube and stuff, like a little bit of music, or I'll listen to a podcast or something while I'm walking around the store. So, I've been kind of really enjoying that. So I'm glad that I got this, but that's about my days are pretty basic. So been trying to be more aware of my steps, track them on my watch. Winter is always like I am in hibernation. And I think that's just like a nature thing. I think people just do that. Because I think like even animals tend to do that. They like tend to hibernate more during the winter times. So just be kind to yourself. And yeah. I've been watching what I eat a little bit too. Like, I tried to go sugar free and caffeine free, and I made it like 2 weeks, and then I kind of broke down, and it was mostly the caffeine part that really was hard to kick. Like, the caffeine was really hard, but I might try to do that again, but we'll see. But yeah, Brendan's been doing good. So I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter or Facebook or what, but he did recently say that he only has like 7 Christmas cards so far. So here, hold on. So if you guys would like to send him a Christmas card, it's never too late to send him one. Like, I even would tell people, like, even if you sent one after Christmas, just that he could get it, like, that would mean a lot to him. And you can just say Merry, it doesn't have to be an elaborate card or anything like that. Yes, I'm finding acorns in my shoes in my storage drink. Sent him 2 sets. Awesome, Roxana. I heard Under Your Scars. I actually, because I made a post in our group about if people in Canada wanted, I could make a Christmas card, and if people wanted me to include their name, I'd include it. I started making it, And I think I'm going to finish it just because, I don't want to waste the card making materials and all that. But I still think that even if, I send this card, you guys should still send your own cards. So, and like I said, I don't worry about when it might get there. It's just the fact that you sent it, and, when it does get to him, he'll really appreciate it. So, and now's around the time where you should probably also send a New Year's card. I have my New Year's cards that I picked out right here. I went to the dollar store. That's where I get my cards usually. But yeah, so I have them. I just need to fill them out and send them out in the next few days. But yeah, so that's my, and the same with Steven. I'm sure he really appreciates, cards, getting those cards from, supporters from all over the world. Just knowing that you're being thought of during the holidays, and that, somebody out there cares and believes in their innocence. Like that I'm sure that means more than you guys can imagine. Keeps who's sent supporters just like to be sure, so send more. I know. I don't know how that would work for him though. To be honest, he has a system, and he knows when people, like, he's very good at remembering names. So like if I ask him like, hey, did you get Nan's life card? He'd know. And he has a system for writing his letters and getting them out. So I don't know. I can bring it up to him again, but I also don't really know, like, if it would be appropriate for everyone, like, if, like, with the list, like, if people knew that either, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Sorry. Just now noticing there's some dust there. But yeah, I'm glad that the Canada strike is done with the mail system. I can't imagine how frustrating that could be. Yeah. But like I said, he has a system. But like if you've sent him a card or something, and you're not sure if he got it, I can tell you that it probably takes like 2 or 3 weeks for him to get a card or a letter. Like it's not fast. So, and I know that he writes people back as he gets the letters. And sometimes the prison will hold on to the letter for a week or two before they mail it off, because he has to hand the letter off. So sometimes it just takes a while, and that's just, but if you guys, ask me or any of my mods in my group, and we'll, ask him, did you get a letter from so-and-so, and he'll let us know, and we can let you know. But yeah, I know his email has been giving him issues too. Like, it just sucks when you're in prison and you're kind of at the mercy of everything around you like that. Like, you have no choice on when mail gets to you, or when mail leaves, or if the email's going to work today or not. There's no other means of communicating sometimes, and it just sucks. If the phones decide not to work that day, then it's not like you can go, Okay. So, yeah. I have to go take care of something real quick, but let me see. Oh yeah, no, it would be like I can imagine I can't imagine. Um, Everyone's starting to head to bed. Sorry. Hey, Ginger baby. Hey, Ginger baby. But yeah, I can't imagine being in that situation for like 18 years is a long time. But for like Steven, it's been almost 40 years. Like, that's a long time, you know, to deal with that kind of stuff. That's awful. But like, where are we at now? Well, we're waiting on Steven, and as like with the courts and all that, we're waiting to see what their decision is. And then as far as Brendan goes, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I would hope so, that the lawyers are doing something, but I don't know. Brendan can't talk about it over the phone. And yeah. So I'm sure they're doing something. I don't know. Have a good night under your scars. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Make sure you send a Christmas card to Brendan. Oh, that's what I was trying to look for. I was trying to look for... Oh, boy. There's a lot of pictures here. Oh, boy. Let's see. I felt like I had a folder that said Brendan on it that had things. No. Like the picture that I'm looking for. Because I refuse to pay $40 a month. That's to birthday. Is this it? No. I refuse to pay $40 a month just so I can post a picture on StreamYard. And that's just the way it is. Is this it? No. No. I need to be better organized. That's for sure. You know, I'm going to set up a candlelight vigil here soon. Not vigil, but candlelight thingy for New Year's. I still have time to do the ugly sweater contest. I keep forgetting to get on that. And so I might do that tonight when I get off of here for Brendan. He really enjoys that kind of stuff. Let's see. Is this it? Nope. I have too many pictures. I might just make a new one because I cannot seem to find it. So, yeah, I'll probably do that later. But I can tell you, or I can type it in the chat because I know it by heart. It's Brendan Dassey, DOC 516985, Oshkosh Correctional Institution, Phoenix, MD 21131. I think it's funny that no matter how many times I explain it, someone always says, boop, wait a minute, I thought he lived in Wisconsin, not Maryland. What's this about Phoenix, Maryland? Well, that's where the mail goes now. I guess a lot of prisons are doing that, actually. There's other wrongfully convicted people that I talk to through mail correspondence, and nothing like deep or anything, but just, like thinking of you, praying about you, happy holidays, stuff like that. And they're starting to make those switches over too. So it feels like it's going to be more of a digital world here soon. One person that I talked to in West Virginia, they now only receive their mail. Like if I send a card, it copies the card, but then it sends them an email of that copy rather than an actual physical copy. So I have a feeling it's going to slowly turn into something like that. And I don't know how I feel about that, because I think there's like a loss of connection through social media and stuff. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Kelly. The P.O. box part. Yes, that's the other part. Here, I'm just going to redo this then. Let me redo this. It's Brendan Dassey, DOC 516985. Actually, I want to double check that real quick. That number, sometimes I get it mixed up. What's this? Someone posted a funny video for today was my birthday. I share a birthday with Making a Murderer. I was born first, though, before Making a Murderer. I was even born before Brendan. Like, I'm like a year or two older than him. So 516985. Is that what I said? 516985. Yeah, I got it right. See, it's how often I write this address down, guys. Oshkosh Correctional Institution. Yeah, P.O. Box 189. And by the way, this is interchangeable too. So what I mean by interchangeable, Phoenix D3 21131. What I mean by interchangeable is that if you want to send Steven a letter or card, you say Stephen Avery and then his DOC number, and then was it Fox Lake Correctional, and then but he also has the same PO Box 189 Phoenix MD 21131, and that's for all the prisons in Wisconsin. If you guys wanted to learn something new. So yeah. But yeah, this is Brendan's address if you guys want to send a card or a letter. Like I said, if you want to do for Stephen, it's Stephen Avery. What's his DOC number? Hold on. Excuse me. They don't really post a lot anywhere with the addresses. I don't know. Kelly's in chat. Do you know Steven's DOC number, Kelly? Let me see. This one? No. Let me go to your group. See if you guys have it. I know you guys got tons of addresses. Boop, boop, boo-roo. Let's see. About featured. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Here we go. Stephen Avery, 122987. That's his DOC number. So if you were to send Stephen a letter, it's Stephen Avery, DOC, 122987. And then his prison is Fox Hills Correctional Institution. And then P.O. Box 189, Phoenix, MD, 21131. And he'd probably love to have a card from you too, or a letter. Oh, you're fine. You're good, Kelly. Thank you. But, yeah. What was I saying before that? But yeah, no, I that's pretty much it though. I actually talked longer than I thought I would in this. There's not really much going on in their case right now. There's tons of theories out there. There's tons of research still happening. Foul Play still goes live and talks about things. And then the whole Rimiker thing is happening. So that's new. Well, we don't know if that's actually going to affect the case or not. You know, it's just we're just a waiting game. It's hurry up and wait still. So hopefully something will happen, come back for Stephen's case, so then that way we can move forward with that, whatever that needs to be moved forward with. As far as, I keep praying for a retrial, because I feel like if we had a retrial, that would help a lot, as far as Stephen's case goes, and even Brendan's case, but we just got to be patient and keep doing what we're doing, keep making our voices heard. And even though it feels like nobody's listening, we still got to keep going, because what else can we do? We can't give up, and I hope that, we all can get along, and I hope that things, can move forward, and, differences can be put aside, and we can all just work together, so then that way peace can overflow the land, if all the nations got together, and, magical things can happen. Yeah, that's the prophecy, according to the prophecy. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say. Other than like what Linda always says, when she was ending her lives, be kind and keep others in mind. Yeah, it's been a really long 9 years. A lot of awful things have happened. A lot of life-changing things. A lot of tears and heartbreak and trauma. Oh boy, the trauma. Therapy. Therapy and medication changes and all sorts of events in the last 9 years involving this community and case and all that. But the only thing I would take back in all of this is if I could change one thing, I would obviously make it so that Brendan and I would, prevent this from happening to Brendan and Stephen. But, I think that's, pretty much it. I learned a lot of lessons. I'm sure everybody else has too. Again, right? That's what I mean. A lot of therapy. Woo, boy. A lot of therapy. But it was good. I needed it, right? I think everybody could benefit from therapy, to be honest with you. I think everybody would benefit from just having like a person who that you can talk to about things that is not connected to anything. You know what I mean? Like, they're not family, they're not a friend, they're not, whatever. And like, everything stays confident as long as you don't admit to a murder. And, because did you know that a therapist is a mandatory reporter? Like, they like to tell you, like, oh, everything stays between us. I won't disclose anything. If you admit that you committed a murder to a therapist, they have to report that. There's no such thing. They're a mandatory reporter. The media lies. Because the media is always like, oh, they can't say anything because they're a therapist and blah, blah, blah. No, I mean, yeah, they can. They can say something. I mean, there's a lot of things in therapy you have to get a court order for. But if you admit to a heinous crime, they do have to report that. Yeah, a lot of ups and a lot of downs. But, for every really awful down, there was a lot of really awesome ups. And I these days I'm choosing to concentrate on the positives of things. And I'm really grateful for a lot of the friendships that I've had that have lasted on here, the people that I've met, the lessons that I've learned, and learning more about myself, and I feel like becoming a better person, things like that. So, and I'm very, very grateful for Brendan being in my life. I'm very grateful for his friendship. Being able to call him, one of my closest friends, being able to say he's my best friend, that means the world to me, because he's just like an amazing person, and yeah. So, and then I just hope that eventually good will overcome this, and justice, and then Brendan can be free, and then he can do, all the things that he, always wanted to do, and I think destined to do. I do, like I said, I believe he'll be free. And I think that there's things in this world that will, get better if Brendan, became a part of society, because he's just that amazing of a person. I think, he's already changing the world, and he's still in prison, as far as wrongful convictions go, and teaching people what not to do. But yeah, sorry, I'm rambling on some more, so I'm going to get going. Thank you, everybody who showed up. Thank you, everybody who shared out the live. Thank you if you're watching the replay. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you for supporting Brendan and Steven during the holidays and through all times, and during the tough times, especially. If you've been here since the beginning, I thank you. And if you are new here, I thank you for being here. So, yeah, I'm going to leave on this thought, because I think this is exactly what it sums up. We are a little family in this little community, and it's like a reunion every year, and I always look forward to it. And I think Wisconsin's a beautiful place, unfortunately, with a lot of dark history. But yeah. And thank you, Kelly. I'm going to finish eating my birthday cake. And yeah, it was a fantastic day. And I can't wait until Brendan gets out to where I can celebrate a birthday with Brendan. You know? I think that'll be fun. Just like I'll think it'll be fun when Brendan gets out, and then we can all celebrate Brendan's birthday with him. More, you know. But anyway, I'm going, like I said before, I was going to end it with, you know what I'm going to do? Hold on. Actually, wait. Let me do it this way. I'm going to stall. Do, 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 do. I'm going to, oops. Is this, no. Oh, I get you. I need to go to downloads. Nope. Wait. This one, I think, is. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm improving this ending right now. So just wait a minute while it uploads, and then I can play the video that I want to end this on, because the person means a lot to me. And this is almost how she ended her videos. So one moment, it's still processing. I might watch a movie after this. I was thinking about watching that Talk to Me movie. Okay, all right, here we go. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Happy holidays. Send a card to Brendan and Steven. And I'm going to end it on this.
What we're going to do is be a really strong voice. We're going to be positive and think of this as a sign that times are going to get better. And, you know, Steven's birthday tomorrow too. So, you know, there's a lot going on. And we just got to be really strong and show our support and, you know, carry on. Be that louder voice. Mama Avery was a great support about it. Even if we don't have anything planned and I look like a fool on low budget productions, I'm still talking about it. Then that's all you really got to do. Right? So with that, I am going to say to everybody, thank you very much. And as I always say, please be kind and keep others in mind. And we'll see you later.
Those of you that are here for the right reasons, to start your own channels. I mean, Lord knows, I didn't have any intention of starting one, and I did. So
yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So bye to everybody, and be safe and be kind. And Sean, I love you all the way to London, buddy. I love you, mister. And I love everyone. So thank you so much for spending your time with me, because you could have been off somewhere else doing something more important. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody. I'm going to play my cheesy little exit, and I hope that everybody has a really good day. And the weekend's coming, so just don't do anything that we wouldn't do. And believe me, you don't know what that is, so you're pretty open.
You see me?
Oh, hi, Beck. Oh, you're so cute. Take that picture. I love you, Becca.
I love you too, Linda.